Hello students, let's start computer class. Open your books. On page number 44, lesson number 4, algorithms and flowcharts. In the previous class, we have discussed example 2, algorithm to calculate the sum and average of three numbers on page number 45. Topic we will discuss today: algorithm to compare two numbers and find the greater one. Its main objective is to solve mathematical problems. Before we start, we must know input and output concept. Here in this figure, you can see we have input which is given to the CPU for processing. After processing, what we will get, that is output. We can relate it with the real life example also. Here there is an example of tea making process. In the input, we have an electric kettle that is filled with water. The kettle plugged into the electrical socket and then switch it on. Now in the processing, we have the teapot. Put the tea bags into the teapot. Then the water in the kettle boils. Then the boiling water is poured into the teapot. And at last, in the output, the tea is poured into the teacup. And now you can add milk, sugar as according to your need. Now we will discuss example 4 on page number 45, algorithm to compare two numbers and find the greater one. According to the algorithm, we should also know about if and else statement. Here you see we have the condition, that is if condition. If it is true, then code that is written inside the if body that will run. Or if the condition is false, then the code we have given after the if statement that will run. We will see it in the algorithm now. Now look at here, step 1, that is input two numbers A and B. We have taken two input numbers here, that is A and B. In the step 2, check whether A is equal to B. Now this is the condition. Now look at here, this is the condition A is equal to B. Now if this condition will true, then the code we have written inside the if body that will run, or otherwise the code we have given after the if statement that will run. Now if true, then go to the step 3. Now if A is equal to B will true, then we will move to the step 3, or else we will go to the step 4. Step 3 will be print both numbers are equal. Like if our condition is true, A equals to B, then it will print both numbers are equal. And if the condition is not true, then we will move to step 4, that is compare A and B. Now this is again the second condition, that is compare A and B. So again there is if else statement. If A is greater than B, then we will move to step 5. Else go to step 6. Now we will check step 5 and step 6. Step 5, print A is greater and stop. Now if condition is if A is greater than B, then it will print A is greater and stop, or else it will move to the step 6. If the first condition is not true, then it will move to the step 6, that is print B is greater and stop. So the algorithm will be step 1, input two numbers A and B. Step 2, check whether A is equal to B. If true, then go to step 3, else go to step 4. Step 3, print both numbers are equal. Step 4, compare A and B. If A is greater than B, then go to step 5, else go to step 6. Step 5, print A is greater and stop. Step 6, print B is greater and stop. So today we have discussed example 4 on page number 45, algorithm to compare two numbers and find the greater one. Do practice of this algorithm at home.